GTA Liberty City Stories and GTA Vice City Stories are well known among the GTA fans. On the other hand, the Grand Theft Auto that we are going to be talking about today has been totally forgotten by the majority of the fan base, and it deserves to at least be recognized. GTA Chinatown Wars. It launched in 2009 and it was developed by the Rockstar Leeds studio, published by Rockstar Games. This is the fourth handheld-style GTA game. Originally, the game was released for the Nintendo DS. Therefore, the developers behind the project had to come up with a way of coping with the unique dual-screen handheld setup of that particular console. Chinatown Wars made use of the touch controls and both of the screens to bring the player the ultimate handheld gaming experience. Although the game didn't meet Rockstar's expectations when it comes to sales, Chinatown Wars was received well by the critics, and the ratings spoke for themselves. GTA Chinatown Wars became the highest rated game on the Nintendo DS ever. Later, the game arrived to the PlayStation Portable, since Rockstar already had two major Grand Theft Auto releases on the PSP that featured entire 3D worlds, incredible storylines, and features that are typical for a major console release. Not only that, the games also exceeded Rockstar's expectations and sold way better. In comparison to Chinatown Wars, the game just didn't have the same impact as it had when it was initially released on the DS. The game is played from a top-down perspective, unlike the other more popular portable console GTA games, GTA Liberty City Stories and GTA Vice City Stories. Both of the games featured a third-person view camera. The touchscreen features were missing from the PSP versions, and the QuickTime events were transformed into much less fun minigames. Nonetheless, the game still offered the same handheld experience. An interesting fact about GTA Chinatown Wars is that it is a part of the HD universe. The story takes place 1 year after the events of Grand Theft Auto 4, so around the same time. The Chinatown Wars map is a downsized version of GTA 4's Liberty City. Let me answer your questions. Yes, Nico's apartment is in the game. Yes, Roma's cab place is in the game. That was the first thing I had to check the first time I jumped into the game. The iconic landmarks have been rearranged but are still present inside this rendition of the City of Liberty, despite the map being significantly smaller, missing the entire island of Alderney. The world still felt massive. With the newly introduced cel-shaded art style, the team managed to perfectly capture the dark, gritty, gloomy atmosphere of Liberty City. The main protagonist of GTA Chinatown Wars is Juan Lee. As the spoiled son of the triad boss that goes by the name of Mr. Lee, he travels to Liberty City to find out the truth behind his father's death and the mystery behind the theft of their family sword. Upon arrival, Huang falls victim to an ambush. After being shot and left for dead in the ocean, Huang goes to his uncle to seek help in hunting down the person responsible for the death of his father. Although the story and the main protagonist weren't as developed and rich as those of some of the other GTA games, the story still ends with an interesting turn of events that unfortunately becomes rather obvious over the course of the campaign. If I get to answer the question, should Rockstar bring this game back in some way, shape or form, to be completely honest, it just isn't worth the time. I doubt Rockstar would want to return to this handheld game and try to bring it back, considering everything I just listed. There are much more important tasks at hand, of course, the next entry in the Grand Theft Auto series. Even after the release of the next Grand Theft Auto installment, I still don't think Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars has a place in the future. I still feel like titles like Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories and Liberty City Stories have priority above Chinatown Wars, and even above them stays Grand Theft Auto 4, which of course we know that it was meant to be getting a remaster in some shape or form. Now, a few other interesting details that I should mention regarding this game is that the in-game brands still remain. This is a Grand Theft Auto title after all. The vehicles in GTA Chinatown Wars still have their in-game models and brands that we know and love from other Grand Theft Auto games. A very unique feature of GTA Chinatown Wars is the police system. It is extremely unique how the system works in this GTA installment, and it is also pretty fun to experience. Experience. It still features the iconic GTA stars, which indicate your wanted level, but in order to escape, you have to ram into the police cars that are chasing you. Each destroyed police cruiser results in 1 star being removed. Nonetheless, GTA Chinatown Wars is a part of the history of the franchise, and it was fun taking a look back at this forgotten masterpiece. Share your experiences with this game in the comment section down below. Did you play it on the DS, or did you have it on your PlayStation Portable? I would love to read them. If you guys enjoyed this video, a thumbs up would be appreciated. Subscribe if you're new, and thank you so much for watching.